have a problem in this country because in other countries, some of this is not going to be tolerated. We have a problem, and I'm going to say it. I have noticed something for a long time, and you know what I thought of my great grandma? My great grandma lived till 108 years old. My great grandma told my mama, she said, it's going to get so bad, people are going to be naked on TV. And you know what? I believe it. I believe it's going to get to that point in America that people are going to be butt ass naked on TV, literally. You know, I'm not a prude or anything like that. I know us women, we like to be sexy. We want to feel sexy. But I'm one of those people where I do believe there is a time and a place. And I also know, oh, Lord, let me calm down. I got my pictures to back up what I'm saying. Listen, not everything is on here tonight because I rushed to do this because shit is getting crazy. Okay, I don't even know if I'm going to look at my notes at this point because I'm in the spirit. You see, I have three women there. Let me make it very clear. I think they're talented. I listen to some of their music. So this is not a targeting thing. They are one of many in the industry who have, in my opinion, had to become over-sexualized just to get some attention. I don't think it's always their fault. I think labels push this. They're in contracts with labels and all this stuff. It's just, it don't make no sense. And I'm going to prove to you why it don't make sense and why artists don't even have to do this, okay? Now, a lot of these women will tell you, I have no problem showing my body. I feel sexy. Chloe Bailey did it. But we also know they feel pressure from their labels. Of course they're going to say that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's getting, the envelope is getting pushed more and more and more and more. Things back in the day that was considered a big deal isn't shit now compared to what you see. I will show my evidence of that. So before I get started, as you see in the title, I want to talk about, and I'm going to show the clip from the VMA'S with Normani and Tiana Taylor. I want to talk about Chloe Bailey and her sister Holly Berry, how they're trying to make them be over-sexual. I want to talk about pedophilia, something I picked up on years ago that I didn't say anything about, but I'm saying it. I mean, it's just something I noticed, and I know now I'm not crazy. Okay, so okay, give me a second. Let me get these pictures down. You have Normani. You have, and they're trying to make her a star. And the way they do this, if their careers don't pop off, they have to make them strip naked. They think that's the answer to making them talented. I have an answer. If you're talented, you're talented. You don't have to get butt ass naked and act like a fucking stripper all the time just to have album sales. If you do, that actually says more about the public than them. Okay? And this is not coming from someone that's a prude or super innocent and all that other stuff. I understand when you're younger, you make mistakes, you get older, you learn from them. But come on, we've seen this over and over and over and over. You have Normani, you have Selena Gomez, you have Chloe Bailey. I want to bring up something I noticed, and I want to start with the pedophilia. The pedophilia shit. Look at Selena Gomez. No, 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 no. Hold on. Let me get this picture. Just hold on. Ariana Grande. You know, for the longest time, I thought she was Hispanic, but she's not. They make that woman look like a fucking 12-year-old. You ever notice how young? Now, hold on. I ain't even going to say that because I have a baby face and they have a baby face. We can't help it if we have a baby face. But they got a woman with a baby face. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back too. She's actually very young. She did just get married. She is a grown woman. But before she became legal, they had her singing about sexual things. They have her wearing this fucking ponytail over and over, even now. She looked like she was fucking 10 to 12 years old. Over-sexualizing her with her baby face. It's pedophilia. Grown ass old men in the libraries looking at her, and she looks like she can literally be the damn granddaughter. Then you have, who else? Selena Gomez. Look at how she looks. She looks 12, playing in makeup. This is a clip from the video called "If You Want It, Come and Get It." Yeah, if you want the coochie, come on and get it. Looking like a fucking 12 years old. Do you see how sick it was? It's sick. I can see, thank you, dark energy. I can see if she was damn near 22, 25, an adult. She looks 12, talking about come and get it. Looking like a fucking baby. And nobody said shit. That's not right. And it damn sure wouldn't fly in other countries. In some countries. Okay, so, Lord Jesus, where do I start? Seriously, where do I start tonight? Okay, I'm going to show the clip first of Normani with Tiana Taylor at the VMA Awards, grinding, up there grinding, acting like they wow, they never had child. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me find this clip, y'all. Give me a second. Here it is. Look at that shit. Look at it. Hold on. First of all, is this a fucking award show or is this Freaknik? Which one is it? Is this a family national televised award show where you showcase your fucking talent instead of grinding your coochie in front of another girl trying to push this shit? And no offense to anyone who is homosexual. I don't hate homosexuals. Let me make that very clear. But I'm not going to sit by and just not say anything. Where's your talent? Why are you, I mean, like I said, there's a time and a place. I already know Tiana Taylor is gay. She is on the down low. Her husband is a beard. Okay? She is gay. She likes women. And she got married for reasons I don't know. And had children. But that's her business. Maybe her man's okay with it. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, Normani. They've been trying to push Normani to have her career pop off. And the shit ain't working. Even though I've recently said I do believe she's talented, I have seen it. She does have talent. But is it getting so bad? Is it getting so bad that they're like, fuck it, we can't make your career pop off. Time to get naked. Time to either pretend to be homosexual, and you're not homosexual if you're not Normani. They do that in the industry too. You know, they say all types of stuff. I'm not gay. I was born gay. I'm pretending to be gay. I need gay fans, using them, all types of stuff. Whatever. So now you got to get on TV. And instead of showing your talent as a singer and the dancer, you have to now get on TV, on national TV. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to hear some fucking music or something. But instead, I got to see this. You know, that's your talent. They have been pushing Tiana Taylor for over a fucking decade. Her career, I don't know who she got behind her, going hard for her because her career You know, then she was made fun of because of her looks and stuff, but I don't think she's ugly. And now it's like, okay, y'all careers ain't popping that much. Time to get naked and start gyrating on national TV, acting like a fucking animal in heat, like you ain't never seen a penis or had a penis. Time to act like you ready, like you going crazy and wild for some penis or to sit in some woman's face. Let's push this envelope a little bit more because your singing ain't good enough. You know? And I think it's a damn shame. And I do believe that labels push this. I don't always think the artist always wants to do it, but they're in literal contracts, millions of dollars. Let me tell you. Okay, let me like I said, is it Freaknik or is it an award show? Okay? I mean, damn. My goodness. Okay. Ah, you will hear, I want to talk about Chloe and Normani because they're like the newest, biggest things popping right now. You will hear a lot of artists say, I'm not their role model. I don't want to be their role model. And it's true. People don't want to be responsible for other people's kids. They're like, you, they mama and daddy, take care of your damn kids. But they're not being fully truthful. What can kids and teenagers listen to on the radio? In America, 99% of the music, especially with R&B, which is dominated by black men and women, 99% of it is about sex. That's why I stopped listening to the radio years ago. I got irritated. I can listen to country songs about love and romance and other songs from different countries about you being the love of my life and beautiful lyrics, but R&B constantly about sex over and over and over. I'm like, damn, you ain't got no talent. You can't write nothing else. You can't be creative like the artists in the 1990s and the 80s. What's going on here? So I got sick of it. Who can these young kids listen to now if they turn on the radio? Who is on the TV? It's them. They are the role models and they know it. They don't have anyone else if their parents don't show them different things. It's them, whether you like it or not. And they had role models that made them want to get in the music industry. So don't act like these young teenagers, you don't know they ain't listening to you. They don't want to look like you. They don't want to dance like you. They don't want to dress like you. They're not inspired by you. It's what comes with the fucking territory. That doesn't mean you have to live your life trying to be perfect because that will drive a person crazy who doesn't feel like they can be themselves. It's irritating, I'm quite sure. But don't sit up and lie to yourself about it a little bit. Okay? And I'm not saying they said these things, but I've heard this from artists constantly. And that doesn't mean you can't venture out into different types of music, different styles. Okay? Yes, us women, we like to be sexy, a number of us. But there are different ways of showing sexiness as well. Okay? Like I said, a lot of the music I've listened to growing up, once you grow up and hear the lyrics, you're like, wow, maybe I should not have listened to it. Now I'm an adult, I can listen to it. But, you know, R&B used to be R&B. It used to be something. We didn't have to get naked to show how talented we are. Our talent spoke for itself. Good producers, good writers, and yes, even some R&B back in the day still was talking about making love and stuff, but it was more subtle. You know, it wasn't as in your face all the time, so raunchy. And my thing is, is this being pushed because they feel the talent isn't there? But I'm going to prove to you that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? I'm going to prove to you that's some bullcrap. Let me tell you something. A man, if he is heterosexual, he's going to want you, whether you're half naked or not. Because if you have a beautiful face, if you dress nice, You don't have to have everything hanging out for him to desire you. He knows you have a vagina. He knows you have titties. He knows that. And if he wants you, he will think about you anyway, regardless of how you're dressed. He will still desire you because you are a beautiful woman. Okay? They know what you have, whether you have it hanging out or not. And some men say they prefer the idea of imagining what it looks like and all this other stuff instead of always seeing it literally everything always out. Okay? Why does it seem that so many have to be over sexualized as if we're trying to help keep men's sexuality in check? That's pretty controversial, what I just said. But think about it. Why do we have to get so naked and literally act like we're at a strip club or in a porno on a music video to supposedly help men stay straight? What is it for? You can't say, oh, sex sells, sex sells. It can help you a little bit. But no one wants to buy an album of a person whose music sucks. Point blank, period. I never bought an album from a male artist because I thought he looked cute. If I don't like that damn music, I'm not going to download it. It has to be a good song and you can sing. You know? My nakedness doesn't prove to you how good I am in bed if I'm a freak. I've been told, Cerebral, you dress like a grandma. You dress too conservative. Really? Well, let me tell you this. In other countries, some dresses I've worn might be considered too much in other countries. Not only that, but believe me, just because I don't have everything hanging out and I actually dress for my size as a beautiful plus size woman, don't you ever think that you can determine how I would be with my husband in the bedroom based on how I dress. There's a reason it's called a lady in the street. Get your mind right, because a woman having all her shit hanging out don't mean shit. It don't prove shit. Okay? Shoot. So being naked don't prove a damn thing. Okay? I don't even know. I hope I'm making sense. Okay? This is not for me about being a black woman. This is about all women, okay? Because we see this in every genre. They did that to Miley Cyrus. She went from good country music to gyrating all over MTV, and it actually hurt her career. People couldn't believe what they were seeing, okay? I don't want to be chained to my oppression of my sexuality as a black woman. And I don't want to be chained to a stereotype either. Is there balance? If we're sexy, oh, it's that black woman slave thing. We just can't be, you know, we just can't be sexy like other women. We always got to apologize for being beautiful and desiring a man and feeling comfortable in our sexuality. But then if you do, now you're a stereotype. So it's no balance with it. I believe there needs to be some type of balance. Okay? So, let me show you. Let's see. Hold on for a second. All right, we have Chloe Bailey, we have Normani. Back in the day, you had Dorothy Dandridge, but see, times were different then. Showing her stomach would have been controversial then. But as time has gone on, the envelopes get pushed and pushed and pushed. But she was a megastar. She's the first African American superstar in this country. Okay? One of them. Then you have Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, I'm showing you these ladies because they didn't have to get naked to sell millions of records and become the household names that they are. They are legends, and they did not have to do all of that I just showed you. She's even pregnant in her video, I Am Every Woman. Look at her makeup. Look at how beautiful Whitney looked. Men were in love and worship Whitney. Of all races, they wanted this woman. She was the it woman in America. A legend. Beautiful. Men desired her. And she did not have to show everything, and she did not have to dance like a stripper at award shows on top of women's faces and all types of stuff. You know, she didn't have to do that. If she wanted to, she could, but like I said, I don't believe a lot of these artists want to. I believe they're being forced to, in my opinion. A number of them. I can't prove it, but I do believe some of that, because if the albums don't sell, they think, okay, now we got to push the envelope more. We got to make you sexy. Come into your womanhood. We got to get those men looking so everybody's talking about you. And it's coming off as very unnatural. You can literally see it being forced, which is why so many people are getting turned off by it. You know how when people just trying too hard, that's how it's coming across. Whitney Houston, we have Celine Dion, one of my favorites. Celine Dion is a legend. She sells out shows to this day, millions and millions of dollars. She didn't have to show all her body to become a legend. You know what spoke for these women? You know why they became the stars that they are? Because their voices and their talent showed it. They have voices. They can sing. They can write. Sade. Now, if they wanted to do some of these videos like they're doing today, it would be their choice as grown adults. I'm just making a point. They didn't have... Oh, hold on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tosh B. They didn't have to do it. And I mean, who doesn't love their music? It's good ass music. Good music speaks for itself. Yes, AJ, their talent spoke for itself. So you got Whitney, you got Celine Dion, Shania Twain. Shania Twain, this was considered pushing the envelope in country music. This was a big deal 20 years ago. This was a big ass deal when she did this, because country singers are more conservative. And when Shania Twain came out showing her stomach, now you see more country artists looking more modern. They show their stomachs now. It's not a big deal. But when she did it, it was a big deal. But to me, this really isn't a big deal to me, this outfit. It's not extreme, but for that time and for country, it was. So, yeah, but Shania Twain's talent speaks for itself. That woman is a legend. She literally can sing. She still sells out shows. Okay, you have Aaliyah. Aaliyah, 1 in a million in all her videos. She is still a legend to this day. Aaliyah did not have to do all of that. Okay? Her beauty, her simple style, the most that she pushed it was showing her stomach at large. She became into her womanhood before she passed away, and she looked more sexier, but it wasn't too raunchy. She didn't overdo it, and men loved her. Okay, girls wanted to be her. And you know why? Her songs were good. Her dances were smooth. Her hair and makeup was done. Okay? And she had good choreography. She didn't have to do all that. You have Barbara Streisand, a living legend. She never had to get butt naked and gyrate on girls' faces and men's faces on a national TV show to get famous. These women's names speak their household names, and they didn't have to do all of that. They have classics. They have real music. And that's not to say these artists can't do it. They just need good teams and good songwriters and good production artists. You don't have to do that to be talented. Good music just needs to be uplifted more. Brownstone, they're so damn good that Michael Jackson signed them on the spot. They never had to get naked. This song, If You Love Me, who the hell doesn't know it? These women could sing their ass off. Rest in peace to Maxine, the woman with the braids. They didn't have to do all of that. What happened to R&B? Janet Jackson, The Pleasure Principle. Some of these songs were about men, the pleasure principle, but it wasn't as raunchy. She simply wore a pair of jeans and a shirt tied. She danced her ass off. She had what we call now swag. That's what these women had back in the day. They had classy swag. Okay? Toni Braxton. Look, 573 million views as I speak. Toni Braxton, living legend, Unbreak My Heart. Okay? She didn't have to do all of that. Jeez. Remember when Britney Spears was on the cover of Rolling Stone? Remember the outrage? I'm not trying to make it racial, but white women and parents had a damn fit. They said, "Oh hell no, not Britney Spears. I don't think so. No." And that cover had to go because they was not about. You ain't about to over-sexualize her holding that Teletubby half naked on the cover of Rolling Stone at 16 or 17 or 16 years old. They said, "Hell no." Okay? Now, as women, we don't have to make it racial, but I do think I need to see more black women standing the fuck up. Okay? All right. So we have Chloe again. There's a controversy because, she's half naked in her newest video. I think it's called Have Mercy, of all titles. Of all titles, with her ass out. I have the shots to show because it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So give me a quick little second while I get this clip for a second, y'all. All right, we have. So I showed let me show Chloe again. Chloe's face. This is her and her sister. They were both a team together. They were signed by Beyonce. Signed by Beyonce because they are in fact very talented. And you know what's weird? It's like I manifested this in a way because in my mind I said, I ain't never really seen a black girl superstar with dreadlocks. And voila, then this happens, right? And it was a controversy because Haley Bailey, her sister on the left, she was going to be the Black Little Mermaid, and there was this controversy about that. I don't know if that's still going to go through, but they're both very talented sisters. They both have the natural dreadlocks. What I love and what I think is so refreshing is, they're very feminine looking. They don't have that stereotypical, I wear dreadlocks and then have incense burning type of crap with the ankh on my shoulder. The stereotype that natural haired women tend to get with dreadlocks. And I think some black men are upset with what they're seeing because they seem to think, and I've said this before, they think just because a black woman has natural hair that she's somehow enlightened and conscious, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, a black woman wearing a wig, we can have more consciousness than a black woman who's been natural her whole fucking life. It don't mean nothing just because of how you see them looking on the outside. But I think they had this hope that, okay, she's conscious, she's this and that, she got the natural hair. So, oh no, now she's showing that ass a little bit. Oh, nah. The white man got her, or is she in the Illuminati? They saying that now. They had sort of this image. They tend to have that for black women, especially with dreadlocks. I really do believe that. And I've always laughed because this whole pushing natural hair means you're more conscious or more righteous or more morally upright is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So, I guess they're getting their little wake up call like, Erica Badu is one of them types. She got 5 kids, a bunch by different men. So that's a bunch of bullcrap. So I wouldn't be judging us women who don't have natural. Well, I do have natural hair actually, but I still rock, different hairstyles. Anyway, so Beyonce signed Chloe and Haley Bailey. Now all of a sudden they split up. I don't know why, what happened, and all of a sudden Chloe is being pushed as the sex siren one. And Beyonce, look, she signed them. This is still a business. They weren't popping off like they should, and I think they said, listen, we got to make y'all are grown now. The way Every artist comes into it. We got to push the envelope now to show you a woman, even though y'all don't, they still look young. But you know what I'm saying? So now I think they're trying to push this sexy thing with Chloe. I don't know if Haley is going to try it, but they're trying to do that a little over the top to try to get the male attention. But who is buying R&B artists albums and streams? Really? Are men really buying and downloading music just because a woman looks good shaking her butt? Do y'all really even believe that? Because I've never downloaded any music based on somebody gyrating and looking cute. Your music got to be popping for me to download it or want to buy your album. Period. So, okay, let's see. And they're really talented, and I'm going to show that right now. So, yeah, Haley or Holly, she does look very innocent. She looks innocent, and they're trying to make Chloe the one that's all, out there, in my opinion. So, okay, so this is Chloe. I want to just show some of her talent because she really does have talent. Okay? So, where is it? Okay, Chloe singing. Okay, so she definitely can sing. And yes, before I show that, they went from a little covered up to all of a sudden, pushing it more and more.
You make it look like it's magic, oh yeah. Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Yeah. I'm so used to being used. So I love when you call unexpected. Cause I hate when the moment's expected. So I'ma care for you. I'ma care for you. Hey. Cause boy, you're perfect. You're always worth it. Yeah. And you deserve it. The way you work it. Cause boy, you earned it. Yeah. Boy, you earned it.
Okay, so, Undercover Savage, like I said, if it was a man, we know the truth, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But, like I said earlier, I don't want to be oppressed. I don't want my sexuality oppressed, but I don't also want to be chained to a stereotype either. So, yeah, she is talented. She can, in fact, sing. But look at this video and why people were like, she went from a little innocent to all of a sudden, okay, she's not the first woman to dress like this. So, I wasn't really like, oh my God. I know in different countries, there's no way in the hell some of these women would dress like this, but in America, this is not a big deal for music videos. Okay, then you have this. Hold on, you have this picture of her with this girl, coochie almost slipping out, with her coochie near her face. They trying to promote 69 for women. Okay, I don't even think she actually is homosexual. So they got her pretending to be homosexual on a video, or something like close to it, with her vagina near that woman's face and her coochie in the air. Okay, ass out. Yeah, I can see it. Oh my effing thing. Then you have this. Look at this shit. Like I said, they act like they ain't never, like they going crazy for a penis or something. Give it to me, give it to me. I gotta get naked. Yeah, let me put my pussy out. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse my language. Let me put it out. Let me put it out. Yeah, come on, come on. Let me pat it. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Come on, please. sorry. Excuse me, my future husband and anyone. But damn, that's how they be acting. Like, if she isn't a virgin and she's been with a man, it's like they act like they in heat. Like, I got to have it. Look at me pat it. Uh-huh. Look at this shit. I mean, damn. AJ, who pats they thing like that? I mean, in the bedroom, that's a different story with your man, your husband, or whatever. But on a music video, I mean, damn. Then, hold on, let me, child. Look at this scene. Look at them, all laying around each other, opening it up. Like, come on, please give it to me. Come on, daddy, give it to me. We all ready. We all waiting. Let's do an orgy up in this motherfucker. Is that what they trying to promote? This just looks tasteless and no, no. I'm not feeling it. And when I mentioned Normani, where is that picture? Hold on. When I mentioned Normani earlier, I'm reading the comments. Okay. Normani. I like the Wild Side was a pretty nice song. I would sing that to my man and shit. But when I first saw the video, as soon as the video came on, she bends over and pats her coochie too. She pats her coochie. I'm like, what is this? For a music video? For the whole world and little kids to see? Like I said, there's a time and a place. If you are working for yourself as a sex worker or you on some website that promotes that, but this is a music TV video. Everyone's going to see it. And here you are. Look at her eyes. Her eyes look dead. Her eyes look dead laying down when she's on her, you know. Look at her eyes. As a matter of fact, let me zoom in on that. Seriously. Look at her eyes. Don't they look dead? I said, okay, when I watched the rest, I said the choreography is great. She's showing her talent as a dancer. The outfits overall is decent. It's a little creative, but some parts of it is just too much. It's too much. I mean, what is she, fucking 19? I was mostly turned off. Like as soon as the video came on, I said, why? Why, Normani? Can you explain why? Her bent over with touching her vagina like that. Like, girl, stop. Who even came up with that for the video? It's too much. I mean, like I said, it's gotten this bad. Oh, she's 25. Okay, well, it's gotten this damn bad that they're not pushing their singing voices, their dance skills that they have. Look at her in this black. This is still sexy, but it's not too much, at least not in this country. It's not too much. You know, she can do some dances, sing, the pretty sparkles. That's more decent than what's on the right. Okay? So I didn't like that with Normani. You know, I like a lot of the other video, but I didn't like that. So we have Chloe, then we have, where's her sister, Haley? Give me a second, y'all. I want to find that picture. Her sister. Okay, we have her sister. They haven't pushed it yet for, you know, her to become extremely over-sexualized. But I will say that she does have talent as well. I want to show a clip of her singing, sounding absolutely incredible. She can really sing. Let me pull that clip up. Okay. She is really talented, just like her sister, Haley or Holly. Okay. Beautiful. I see why Beyonce signed
When you
them.
try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need. When you feel so tired you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. Lights will guide you and ignite your walls. But I will try to fix you. To fix you.
Okay. Beautiful. Also, I am half Jamaican for the person in the chat that said that. Okay. And look at this clip too of her singing. Another great clip of her. So I see why they were signed.
I somewhere will go. We just don't know. So follow the beat of your heart now, and you can get through it all. Oh, somewhere we'll go.
Okay, so, all right. So as we can see, they really can sing. All right. But my thing is this, if you're backed by Beyonce, right? You don't have, why do you even have to, and Tina Knowles is in the video too, that Chloe is doing. And I'm like, first of all, Beyonce is established. She is a freaking billionaire. She has connections to the top people in the industry. Why would they have to get naked, or Chloe have to get almost butt naked just to sell a video? Beyonce didn't have to get straight up butt naked. Crazy in Love, she wasn't really butt naked in that video. So she got the connections. She can't find somebody to write a hit the way they wrote hits for Toni Braxton and Celine Dion and give them that hit. Or they might think, people always say, and this is a lie, when they say sex sells, they'll say this is what the people want. No, the people take what they are given because they're like sheeple. Whatever the radio plays over and over and over, then they begin to like it. Whatever they put out, people love good music. It's a reason why the women I show were household names and still have longevity in the industry. Okay? If if Beyonce was to change her whole style tomorrow, she would still have a fucking hit because she's Beyonce and she can sing and she has made a name for herself. People will take what they are given. It ain't the people deciding a damn thing. They just go along with what the artists and the companies put out. If you want to change shit to being back to like the 90s, do it. People are going to like it. Have Timbaland in a video. Okay, play that shit on the radio over and over. It's not the people. The people take what they give them. And then some of them do become brainwashed and think this is how it has to be. Oh, that music, like when I show my music I listen to, you might see somewhere, okay, maybe like Total, TLC. TLC had they were mostly covered up. They did the tomboy thing, but I like the Red Light Special. That was considered a sexy video of that time. But I'm a grown adult woman. I can listen to that if I feel like it. But as a child and teenagers, you have to be careful of what they're watching. Not only that, but seriously, I like a variety. I do believe there is a such thing as a time and a place, but I think I do know when things are becoming too fucking much as to where your coochie is literally on the screen with your hand on it. My great grandma said they're gonna be naked eventually. I mean, I've seen Beyonce sing. As a matter of fact, okay, we're gonna have a little bit of fun now for about 15 minutes. Okay, anybody new, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Um, what I'm gonna do, someone said to look up Kenzo. I have never heard of this artist in my entire life. Um, who said that? You said Kenzo? Um, I want to show a clip of Beyonce singing. Um, I'm going to show a clip of Beyonce singing, and I can't find my mouse. Okay, but it's okay. Kenzo World is a commercial. Okay, let me get my phone real quick. I don't like using that word Jezebel, but I know where it comes from. I mean, some say it means being a hoe, but then, and I don't like the word hoe. I don't like using words that men made up to talk bad about women, but because they often get away with being a hoe themselves. But I don't really like using that word. But all right. So this is what I'll do. Let's see. Let's see how I can do this for a second. I'm gonna just pull up the screen. And I'm going to go to a clip of Beyonce singing again. I think she was on Oprah. I don't know. Like, I was watching a Tanya TKO video and they brought up the Jezebel thing. And then they said they thought it meant a loose woman or something. But then they said, no, it has something to do with slavery or oppression or something. So I know all about the words sapphires and Jezebel. It's just like an ancient word, I thought, for like a hoe or something back in biblical times, or a temptress or some shit like that. Okay. Um. All right. So I can see what you're saying in the chat on my phone, and this is Beyonce. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike or anything. So if I pause it, it's because of copyright issues. Come on now. Succubus spirit? Okay.
Finds her voice. The whole movie, she's been manipulated, and she's kind of lost her own opinions. And I think a lot of women can relate to the lyrics.
Yes. Take it away, Beyonce.
Start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. What's on my mind? You should have known. Oh, now you're in my heart.
Hold on.
If you listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start, but I will complete. Whoa, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. Out of the words that you gave to me, but now I gotta find my own, my
Okay, now someone in the chat said, why would Beyonce watch Chloe ruin her career? They don't believe this is going to ruin her career because they say sex sells. They say sex sells, so they probably think, hold on. They probably think this is going to help her career. Oh no, hold on, this ain't it. This, let me show you this. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a little bit. Just a little bit. When I saw this is when I knew Beyonce can really sing. I said, okay, this woman can actually sing. Hold on. Thank you, sis, for the donation. You said, I think a huge reason why Chloe is acting like a fool is because she's going through a humiliation ritual. I have heard about these rituals and the Illuminati stuff for years. Woo! I'll say my opinion before this video is over on that.
just keep loving me the way you're loving me, and I know you this thing.
Okay, that's when I knew. I said, oh snap. And I'm not a super huge fan. I actually like her songs when she first came out and when she was with Destiny's Child. I know she has a voice. I just don't think she makes the classic songs that she could make. And I wish she really would go back to her older style when she was in Destiny's Child. But I know she got a voice. And so yes, as far as the Illuminati stuff and the ritual stuff, I used to really be into that heavily. I used to really believe that stuff. I'm not going to lie. Oh, wait, I got to pull up the Kenzo commercial. Well, I used to think it was possible. I do think, sacrificing yourself doesn't always have to be about drinking blood. It means you give up your morality, you know. You give up your spiritual beliefs. If you said you were a Christian and you really claim to be that, but then you do everything opposite in your music videos, or you got to get gang raped and gang banged to have a contract and shit, or you know, or people who do believe in the devil and have the devil worship and stuff, they you know, I will play one clip of this Kenzo thing because copyright issues. I don't want my video I don't want my video messed up because of this. But let me pull it up and let's see. Let's see this Kenzo thing. Okay, you see the eye. Now back when I was believing all that stuff, you got the eye right there. You know, the all-seeing eye type of thing. So let's see.
It's been a great year, and I'm real happy for myself because I had a great year. Of course, my wife did. She had to deal with me this year. It's
right, I will pause it because of copyright issues, and then I will keep playing it.
About how I met Howie was like 1978 or something like that, and we were in a room in Boston. He was having a fun time.
I don't know why I'm feeling kind of scared for some reason. My God. Oh, okay, he's become a weak, effeminate man, and she's the strong one. Reversal of the roles, the lightning of Satan. This is just what's coming to me. Possession, not in control of herself, and the things are changing around her a little bit. Being on the stage as a puppet. Am I doing good so far? Just based off what I've known about this type of stuff. I'm your private dancer, dancer for money, huh? She's dancing, she's the puppet. So now she's out free, going crazy outside of the world, outside of the building. So she busts through the all-seeing eye. Lord. I mean, the old me would have cared about those type of things, but I don't let the devil have power over me, so they can make all them videos all they want, you know. Jesus. I would put the Have Mercy video on, but copyright issues, but I did show some pictures. Thank you, sis. You said it's sad from Canada. It's sad seeing Normani go this way. You can tell she's not confident in herself. Doing that stunt was low. She needs to work on her vocals. Chloe has such a stage presence. Yeah, but they're trying to over-sexualize her too. I'm gonna show that scene. I'm gonna show that scene again of Normani. Where's that scene at of her? What this whole thing made me get up this late to talk about, because I do think there is a such thing as too much. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I found it. Okay. This is Tiana Taylor, who is on the down low, which is her choice, or maybe she isn't, her man knows. And her with Normani, who is now taking this route just to help get popular with record sales. We all know it. Like I said, it becomes so overwhelming when it's so obvious what they're doing because of the lack of album sales that it's not even cute. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Someone said they couldn't see it. Here it is again. They're really coming for the black women though in the industry because black women claim to be the most Christian women in America. Now we do know that's not always true, but there are a number who are, and look what's happening. Look what they're trying to push on you. You are the last of the last. You know, everyone else in America. I won't even say that though, because a lot of different people from different cultures live here and they don't get down with all that stuff. But as far as America, the black woman, the black community, which is the black woman, is the last stand, as they say, right? Who, even though black women are not perfect and are not all perfect practicing Christians, that's my opinion, but they try, a number of them, a number don't. It's a mixture. But black people have tried to hold on to not embracing that. My thing is, I think it's good for a person to be who they are. If you're gay, be gay. Bisexuals are dangerous. That's my opinion, especially men, because of HIV and AIDS. And, I remember somebody got mad about me saying that. I feel like if you're gay, be gay. If you're straight, be straight. A lot of black women are getting HIV because of men secretly sleeping with men, bringing that shit back to their women. I don't like that shit, and I'm not going to support it. But I respect someone who owns who they are and owns their sexuality and doesn't promote confusion. I don't support 3-year-olds saying they're boys or girls. They're fucking 3. They don't know what the fuck they talking about at that age. I don't support dressing children in the opposite type of clothing. They're children. Their minds are not even developed. I don't support cutting off penises or in vaginas. I believe gay people can be themselves and love who love who they want and everything like that. But a lot of people who hold on to their faith, who take it seriously, they can love people and like them. You have some who are ignorant and hateful, and it's in the Bible not to be hateful to other people. That's in there too. But you do have some who want to hold on to their belief. God said to procreate. You can only do that with a man and a woman. And, they want to hold on to that and they feel like this is being pushed. I feel, hey, yes and no. Gay people have been around since the time of Jesus. Always have been, always will be. I like different races of men. Always have, always will. Some people don't think that's normal. It is what it is. That's who I am. But I don't believe in forcing or trying to confuse people's minds. But if you're straight, you straight. At a certain age, when puberty hits, you become aware of your sexuality. You know who you're sexually attracted to at large, especially the older you get. I've heard different things that cause mass confusion. A lot of confusion and bullshit is being pushed, okay? There's only 2 genders, male and female. Either you have a penis and a vagina or you don't. Either you have sperm or eggs or you don't. There are rare cases of people with genetic mutations where they don't have certain parts. That's not common. So stop the bullshit with that. Women, we have ovaries, we have menstrual cycles, we carry babies, we produce milk, we have different emotions. We are sensitive and we are not as strong physically as men. That is how we are set up and made. I'm not going to listen to a 3-year-old try to tell me I'm a boy or a girl. They say a lot of shit at that age. Once they turn teenagers and start hitting puberty, you can take that a little bit more serious and let them be who they say they are. Putting clothes on a 5-year-old only adds to more mental confusion. It's abuse. Okay? And trying to make heterosexuals feel guilty for being natural heterosexuals who produced you is also insulting. I want my respect as a heterosexual. God made the woman and the man. Yes, there is a such thing as even animals like in the same sex. And yes, there are humans who do. This is life. Not everything is perfect. And you are not to hate other people and disrespect them just because you don't agree with their choice as an adult. Okay? There needs to be respect all around with all people. But this wasn't just about, okay, her coochie's in another woman's face. Look how sexual it is. Why are you grinding on somebody on a national television show. It's a national TV show. Little teenagers are watching it. What is this? Like I said, is it Freaknik or is it an award show? And there is some hypocrisy with heterosexual women. If you're gonna don't complain about men fucking men, if you want to promote women fucking women, because you got a lot of women, they wouldn't dare promote their man getting screwed by another man, but think it's okay. It ain't no different. All this whole, oh, it's different if it's a man. Either you're homosexual or you're heterosexual. It don't matter if you're a woman or a man. There is no fucking differentiating the shit because one gender is different. Okay? So the women who claim you okay with that, then stop complaining about men getting fucked by men and grinding on men. Because if you'll accept that with women, what's the difference with the men? Or you'll get down with women in the bedroom, but you wouldn't dare let your man get rammed up the butt. Not only that, you would be scared of getting HIV. So let's all keep this shit real. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just talking now. Most women would not be okay with their man getting screwed by another man. But somehow it's all okay because it's women. Please. Or don't label me. I'm not a man or a woman. I'm pan. I'm this. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. I'm from old school. I ain't trying to hear that crap. Thank you again, sis from Canada. She was on the cross too, mocking God and embarrassing themselves. What's funny is Normani isn't being pushed. The industry is pushing Chloe. So Normani isn't gaining anything from this. They have been pushing Chloe. I think it's kind of the same. They both haven't really popped off as much. You know, it almost looked like a cross to me in a way. But you know, it's disgusting. Lord, I'm losing my train of thought. Give me a second. Oh, yes, when I said the whole pansexual thing, don't label me. I'm born this way, but if I'm born this way, why you bothered? I'm dressing like a so-called woman or man, but I was born. If you born yourself, then why can't you say yourself? And why are you mocking what you think a man or a woman is? Some of them. So it's a bunch of confusion. You know, I heard people, and like I said, this is not an attack, but it's just confusion now. I heard people who said they were gay say I was born this way. I knew since I was 5 and 8 and 13 I was gay. Then there are people who say, no, I'm not this. I'm trisexual now. Oh, I was turned out in prison. Oh, I was molested, so I turned. Oh, I got tired of men, so I turned. Oh, I needed some money, so I turned. I'm gay for pay. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, we don't know nothing now. We just doing everybody now. We don't want no label on nothing. And you can be yourself. Claim who you are. Claim who you are. I just think a lot of people are confused. I don't think sexuality is that confusing. You know, if you craving a penis or a vagina, you know, there's nothing in the world that's gonna make some woman go down on another woman, because most women don't even think about having that in their face as women, you know, and most men who are heterosexual are not thinking about having another man up there. And most people that say they're gay and really are gay say, I've known who I am my whole life. But now you got a lot of people twisting stuff around, claiming all this different stuff. You don't know what to think no more. But it's their business. It's their business. And representation matters. You have black women now on TV with white men because we exist. You have gay people on TV now because guess what? They exist. You have more biracial people on TV now because guess what? They exist. So everyone is getting representation in a country that is the land of kind of the free, where you're free to make your own choice and live your own life. But this used to be called a Christian nation, and it's not. But this is a country full of people from around the world. This country is represented by people from all faiths and religion that live here, but it was founded supposedly on Christian principles. They took prayer out the school. I mean, how could they do that claiming to be Christian? They a lot of things are totally opposite of what they claim it is. A lot of practices and beliefs that a lot of Christians claim they have. They go to church, but their beliefs are completely opposite of what I feel like. If you're going to say you're a religion, you need to stand by that if you're serious. I don't label myself anything. I mean, I would be called a Christian, but I believe in God, and I leave it at that. I believe in God. I don't think I'm perfect. I know we are all sinners. We're not all perfect and everything like that. I definitely am not an atheist. That's much I can say. So I don't even know. I'm just talking now, but yes, the Normani and Cardi B collab was supposed to be big, but it flopped. You know, the music industry is missing what it used to have back in the day. There is talent there. I just showed some of them singing. They got the talent. They have the beauty. You don't always have to be a good dancer, in my opinion. You don't got to do that. Whitney Houston didn't have to do all that. And she became a massive hit. Why? Because she had beautiful songs. She got a beautiful voice. She got a beautiful face. What happened to the old school? Clive Davis is still alive. Clive Davis isn't dead. Where are all these old school music executives who used to sign the Whitney Houstons, who just had the talent, the beauty, the voice? I mean, what happened? What happened? You know, okay, you said Normani, Patrice Normani is being, let me get Normani's picture up here. You said she's being sabotaged. You know why I won't totally agree with that? Give me a second. I can't totally agree in a way. I'll explain why. The real Aaron Collins, the music today is influenced by the demonic propaganda and satanic agendas. Aleister Crowley's mantra, do as I will, is evident. God gave you free will. You have a choice on how you want to live your life, you know. But I'm not gonna support the devil, like devilish things. Let's see. I'm trying to find that Normani picture. Lord, okay, that ain't it. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. You said that Normani's label is trying to sabotage her. You know why I can't fully agree? When the artist gets signed, their label invests a lot of money in them. Studio time, collaborations, the wardrobe, award shows. They've invested money. I did hear that video that she did, The Wild Side, she invested a lot of her money in it, which I think is kind of confusing. Where's her label? But why would they sign her just to sabotage her? I mean, they're investing and pouring money into her, trying to make her a star, like they did with Tanashi. So, I don't know. Like Rihanna had a good team. She doesn't have the strongest voice, honestly, but she makes really good music, a lot of it. And she works with the right people, and she collaborates with different genres of music like Beyonce. Beyonce doesn't do that too much. She doesn't really collaborate with that many people. But Rihanna does. She did the smart thing. But with Normani, okay, you said it's her phenotype. I'm going to be honest. I was thinking something, but I never said it because I didn't want to get dragged. Normani is not ugly. What I think she needs to do is change her eyebrows. I am very irritated by very large eyebrows. She just needs to, one thing she needs to do is get her eyebrows done differently. I know, it's what I think needs to happen. Um, Hold on. She needs to have her eyebrows redone. They need to be thinner. I hate thick eyebrows. Only Brooke Shields is the only person I ever saw that pulled that off. And there have been a lot of other women who tried it. But yeah, her eyebrows. She has to get them. No, she got eyebrow gel on. She needs them tweaked. They're too large. She already has the body. She keeps her hair done. The eyebrows, I'm telling y'all, it's what it is. I can prove this. And I feel kind of bad. I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of her or anything because I'm not. No one's perfect, but the eyebrows has to get done. No, they're too thick. That's all. But the industry, does she really need, when it comes to colorism, right? We know a lot of black men dominate R&B and hip hop, but Normani doesn't seem to be an R&B and hip hop only artist. She seems more pop. So why can't the white men, or if they're in charge of certain labels, why can't they push her? I don't get it. Maybe she needs some backing from Clive Davis, because I'm sure that black men are not running the entire music industry, even though R&B and hip hop does seem to be the number one genre now in music. It does. But I don't think they're all running it. I'm trying to pull up this other picture to prove my point about something. I'm looking through my photos while I'm talking to y'all to prove I'm not crazy. But I don't think those pictures are there. It's okay, but yes, Normani just needs to do different eyebrows. That is a major thing she needs to change. Okay, AJ says she needs new management. She needs new management. Cynthia Grove says, why are we dependent on white men? Because white men run the music industry. I mean, if black men who started a lot of stuff, they should have created labels. They don't. White Jewish men and women run the industry. If you're an independent artist, you know how hard it is to get out there? That's why when most of them do have a blow up song, they go to a more bigger company because they have better promotion, better, everything is better with mainstream. That's why most of them do it. I mean, the best we ever had was Motown with Berry Gordy, and that later went down. Aaliyah was under Blackground Records. Her uncle had that. They had JoJo on it, but there was a few issues with that. Not only that, but the black men who are in the industry, they don't even like black women, a lot of them. So your best bet is to get support from the white men, because them black men damn sure don't support women that look like Normani at large. Unless we get a black woman, Beyonce, Missy Elliott, some heavy hitters to start a company. And you know what? Beyonce did start a company, but I think her company is under another company, because they do stuff like that. They'll have their own labels under Interscope for somebody who isn't black, so they still have to work for them. Um, Ari Lennox, I like one song that she made. I think she did the. I I don't want to. I think she said the colorism stuff because it actually helped her career. Nobody was talking about her before that. Nobody even knew who she was until she said that one or two men said she had a pit bull nose. A lot of people weren't saying that. It was just a few of them. And then all of a sudden it's all over the place. And it should be called out. But that whole victim of colorism, featureism, not colorism, featureism, actually helped her career because nobody even knew who she was before that. Her music, though, isn't bad. And her features aren't even that extreme, like that some people make it out to be. Her face is pretty normally balanced. Just nothing really crazy looking about her to me. She's not ugly. Okay. The white people have a hold so tight on music labels, the business side. That's the problem. A lot of black people don't master the business side. I mean, it would be pretty hard. It would take a massive amount of black people with big pull in the industry to start a label. But think about it. You start a label. Okay, you got black producers, you got a few songwriters, but who owns the radio stations? Who plays the music? Who owns the companies that do the commercials that come on the TV every day? You get what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that, other groups of different people couldn't work with them, but in competition, some people play dirty. Some people might even kill you. So, I don't know. Maybe there are some artists who are making money independently, like Normani, who I like a lot. She made enough money where she bought a nice home in California. She has money. There are people who put their music on SoundCloud, on streaming labels, and they make decent money. Writing for other artists is where it's at. You make a lot of money more than the artist. I've always been interested in that. Um, okay. Seven Streeter. Yes, I know about her. She's a good artist. Let's see. I didn't see all the VMAs. I just saw this clip of Normani and I just said, what in the world is going on? This is just too much. Let's go on seven, I think, is her name Seven Streeter or Seven something? Let me go on her Instagram. So those who are not familiar with her, she's also another artist who has been trying to really get out there. And she's not being pushed, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Yes, Seven Streeter. She is a gorgeous woman. And let's see if we can listen to some of her songs really quick. Okay, so give me a second. All right. Okay, Seven. She was at the Essence Awards. Oh, hold on for a second. What's this volume? Oh, you know, but you're cold with the baby. I'm poison ivy, make your mind big. I was hoping that we could start tonight. Okay, she's half naked. Let's see, I'm looking at the chat too. Yeah, she does give supermodel vibes. She's stunning. She's stunning. Okay, Years of Glitch says she can write her butt off. Victoria Monet. Monet or Monet. Let's see if she's singing. Okay. Okay. She has the bejeweled outfit. I want to see if she's singing and anything. Okay, let's go to. Look at her mother. Look at how young her mother looks. Wow, they both look like sisters. Okay, so let me put in Victoria Monet. Monet. Okay. She is a songwriter, artist, and producer. Okay, she has this new music video out.
Hey y'all, welcome to Mama Monet's. I'm your server Victoria. What can I get y'all?
Yeah, we'd like to get the Jaguar Part 2 special.
Ugh, be original. That's a very popular order. I just have to make sure we have it in the back, okay?
And a side of biscuits, please.
You're pushing it.
We can go north, south, east, west coast.
Okay, let's see. All right. I have a feeling her career might blow up. I know she's worked with Kalini or Kalani. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Monet, and this is my song, Touch Me. I reminisce places you kiss, girl, it's been too long. And when you rock them short nails, that's low-key sentimental. It was really
Oh, I
important.
know that song. Yes. Her and Kalani did in fact date. So, yes, that was a song called Touch Me. If you want me, show me. Touch me, get to know me. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Hold on, Marvelous M. Listen, I said before, Kalani. As a matter of fact, let me go to Kalani's page. Kalani. Kalani said that, she was bisexual. Now all of a sudden she's saying she's just straight up gay. She had a daughter. I love this outfit. But she had her daughter. Kalini makes good music. She makes songs so good that even though it's meant for a woman, you could sing it to a man if you just reversed certain parts of the song. So Yeah, she made a song. Victoria Monet and Kalani reportedly was together, and they have that song called "Touch Me." When you wear short nails, I know it's sentimental. Talking about Kalani. So yeah, but yeah, I heard of that song. You know. Okay, Marvelous M says, "Oh, I know about Kalani." Yeah, Kalani can really sing. As a matter of fact, the song I like called "Nights Like This." Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the song I like with Kalani. We're having a little bit of fun right now. This will probably be the last thing I show. Oh no, Mona. I don't know if you're talking about me, but I did like the song though. I'm not gonna lie. The one she made, "Nights Like This." You know, I was singing to my man. Anybody could relate to it, even though she sung it about a woman. Nights Like This. Okay. I'm showing you her singing voice.
You act like you need reminding, trying to do it over, bring it back and rewind it. But all that glitters isn't gold, I was blinded. Should've never gave you my heart on consignment. And I can't believe the lies that I'm in for. Thought you was mine, but you decided.
Hold on for a second. Sorry, y'all. I thought I had the screen up. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay.
God, I was blinded. You act like you need reminding, trying to do it over, bring it back and rewind it. But all that glitters isn't gold, I was blinded. Should've never gave you my heart on consignment. And I can't believe the lies that I'm in for. Thought you was mine, but you decided to be with him. No, you took my feelings and just threw them at the window. Feel like it's too hard to fall in love again. No, on some nights like this, shawty, I can't help but think of us. I've been reminiscing, sipping, missing ya. Can you tell me what's with all this distant love? If I call, would you pick it up? And on some nights like this, I just wanna text you, but for what? You gon' say you want me, then go switch it up. Just gon' play with my emotions just because, no. And all the times I played the fool for you, thinking we could put it back together. Thought we had forever, you never see my point of view. Our connection is so severed, you don't show no effort. Thought you was mine, but you decided to be with him, no. You took my feelings and just threw them out the window. Feel like it's too hard to fall in love again, no. On some nights like this, shawty, I can't help but think of us. I've been reminiscing, sipping, missing ya. Can you tell me what's with all this distant love? If I call, would you pick it up? On some nights like this, I just wanna text you, but for what? You gon' say you want me, then go switch it up. Just gon' play with my emotions just because, no.
Okay, so. All right. So, I have been live for about 2 hours. And, damn, I feel like playing some Tamia. But I think I said enough for tonight. You know, I don't believe that you have to be just about butt naked on a music video and gyrating all over the place like you a stripper or in heat constantly to make album sales. I really don't. I'm not saying that sometimes an artist doesn't want to switch it up. You know, sometimes you don't always want to have the same style. Sometimes you want to do different stuff. I understand that. And as women, we like to be sexy, at least for our man and stuff, of course. But I do think that there is a limit. I think there's a time and a place. And I do think there is a such thing as overdoing it sometimes. I do. So, India Brian, who you talking to? Let me know in the chat. Let me know real quick who you talking to, India Bryant. Bring it on, baby. Let me know for sure. Come on, India, with it. I'm waiting to know who you were talking to. I'm not sure. Seriously, I'm not even going to assume because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. Okay, I haven't gotten a response. Don't get fooled by this picture. I curse people the fuck out when I have to. So, but I said enough. I said what I had to say. Watch the video from the beginning. I appreciate you who support my channel, supporting it, showing up here, watching the lives, interacting with me, calling on the live call shows, supporting me in the super chat, supporting me via Cash App. It really does help, trust me. So I thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Maybe I'll do a part two. Again, I do think some of these women really do have talent. And I don't want our sexuality oppressed, but I also don't want to be chained to a stereotype either. So we need some balance. Thank you all, and let's bring back some good music and good artistry and talent. Bye, everybody. God bless you.